So we have started round 5 and I can see that it is a French. Okay. And it's not just a French, guys. What is even more surprising is that it's a French exchange variation. Every single time the French happens, I'm just like one of the happiest guys to see it because I personally love this opening. I just really like French. But I'm just surprised with the fact that Gukesh went for the exchange because it's considered one of the most equal variations out there in the French. And I would love to see how he's going to make progress here. So the French exchange is definitely not what I expected. I thought Gukesh is going to stick with the winning combination of 1d4. But no, he says, no way. Why should I? Isn't it? So that seems like there will be some good preparations towards this game today. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing what is that. What is that preparation he has come up with? So yeah, Ding goes for c5 here, a very common idea. Where they're just ready to play with the isolated pawn on d5. Even if, like, I think at a point where, for example, you play bishop e7, then white takes d takes c5. Because what happens here is you make the bishop play again, and then you just castle, guys. And black will have to play with this isolated pawn on d5. This is the whole plan. But let's see what Ding has to be ready. Like, black gets a lot of play here. His knights are coming out. Bishop will try to come to g4, castles, and I think white will also just maneuver into this square on d4. That's how you play against the isolated pawn, right? Put your piece right in front of it. So let's see if that's the plan. c5 played, c3 is played. Ding seems ready. 1 hour 56 on the clock. Gukesh is super quick here. 1:59. And he says, I've got this time. This time I'm coming for the French. So do let me know, guys, what you guys think about. I'm just trying to my best to put up a story about the live, but just not good enough to do that, I guess. So it is the World Championship, FIDE World Chess Championship game number 5. And Gukesh has gone back to 1e4, which is a big surprise. So here we go, guys. Ding has actually played c4 here. He said, I'm just going to play it out with c4, bishop c2, and bishop to d6. This is quite an interesting setup here. Like pawn c4, Ding has to be up. Like he must exactly be knowing what he's doing right now. Otherwise, I'm not sure why he would have gone with pawn to c4 here. Queen e2 check. Most common reply, queen e7. Are we just gonna see a very simple game today? Like, what is Gukesh planning here? What would be his prep in this position? Like, it's really surprising if you ask me. Like, the French is also an opening that is not easy to crack. And in the French exchange, either Gukesh has to have something up his sleeve, or I'm just surprised why he came up with the French exchange with the white pieces. Okay, guys, so finally I just did manage to open up the stream. So coming back to the game, guys, it is the French exchange that we see right now. And it is a very, very surprising choice. I never expected the French exchange. I thought Gukesh would still come up with knight c3, and he would like try something new in this since they have already played this once. Um, but he said, no, I'm going for the exchange. The French exchange, like at different levels, it's seen at different ways. Some players find it very annoying playing with the white black pieces also because uh, it doesn't really give you a big edge. But at this level, with the preparation these guys have come up with, trust me, there has to be something. So bishop d6, queen e2 check, queen e7, and they just trade the queens off the board. This is very surprising. Gukesh with the white pieces have just immediately traded the queens off. King takes e7 by what do you say? King takes e7 by Ding here. Both players are clearly prepared here, guys. Ding, I think, has done a very good preparation in the French. It makes sense, actually. I've seen Rapport also play a lot of French and Caro-Can, who's Ding's second. So Ding playing this is very obvious. Like you can understand why Ding would choose something like the French here. But very interesting. I'm super excited to see how this game is gonna go today. So just setting up stuff here. Hope I can just make this work. Okay, so that's where we are. The French exchange. Queen's off the board immediately. I think something like bishop g5 is interesting here. Pin this knight down here to the king. Castling is possible. You could also play a very interesting move, guys. Whenever your opponents have... Oops, how do I get my hand through it? Yeah. Whenever your opponents have these kind of a pawn structure, it's always nice to break it. You can always go with something like b3 because they can't try to support it with b5 because you always have a4 to it. And I'm just saying, it's not an immediate thing that Ding has to go with, but at some point or the other, this break of c4 undermining this pawn is something White would be thinking about. Or bishop g5 here. This is a straightforward idea. Then knight d2, decide where you want to castle. Do you want to go long? Do you want to go short? Then try to get knight e5 on the board. But definitely, I am sure Team Ding would be pretty much taken a bit off guard because Gukesh chose to play 1 e4 again today. Because most of the time, guys, I think they stick to the winning combination. But here he decided, no, I have a new winning combination, and that is e6 d4 d5. This is what it's coming up with. So, hey man, I'm good, Bilal. I'm good. Hope you're good too, right? And I hope you have a good time here also. And how's your weekend? How are you guys doing in your weekends? All good? I don't know, like it's fun to watch a game in the weekend and then relax later on the day. It's an interesting thing to do. And trust me, guys, one thing I've really felt is that the more you analyze these games, the more you understand this World Championship games, the more your understanding in chess develops in the depth that I'm talking about. You become a bit more, what do you say, like better, or your game gets better because you're watching games of players who have tried their best or like who have just prepared like anything here. So the more we analyze, the better we become. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. The weekends, right? So I just love the weekends. It's so relaxing. You kind of have a good time out there, and I hope you guys are also having a good time along with this World Championship stream that we have. I'm really looking forward to this game. I thought Gukesh is gonna go all in today because the second half of the three games, that is game number 4, 5, and 6, Ding has two white pieces there. Gukesh has only one white piece before that rest day that comes after game 6, and this is that white piece he's playing with. So is he trying a simple equal game, or what's his plan here? It's something quite interesting to see here. Definitely they've got something prepared. Well, like his coach, yeah. I had seen how to pronounce the name actually. Uh, the top grandmaster from Poland. Like, oh, I know his name, but I try to make like we should pronounce it better, right? So they've got it well prepared here. So it is the World Championship game number 5 we have. You guys keep watching. Ding has immediately played Rook E8. He has clearly shown Gukesh that I'm very well prepared in the French. You're not underestimating. You're not going to intimidate me, right? You ain't intimidating me with the French, in the French, that is. So two options here. Bishop G5 for me looks like a very logical move here. For example, guys, bishop g5, and if this king tries to go away from here, which you shouldn't, like I'll just take it, and destroy your pawn structure, which makes me quite happy to play this endgame because this structure with doubled isolated pawns and this doesn't look good for Ding, right? Which he wouldn't do that. So bishop g5, a very very logical move for us. Another option would be b3. As I was always saying, b3 is a very interesting way to break this structure. So if you try to save it with something like b5, quite possible. I have a4. I hit this pawn now. So if you go a6, which is a blunder here, kind of, because I take it and you can't take me back because your rook is pinned. That's how you undermine these pawn structures. But yeah, that's how this is going. Give me a second, guys. Ding Liren has played rook e8 here. We are already up to move number 10. Okay, we are up to move number 10 until I find a way to uh, activate the, what do you say, the move counting part into the stream. I will let you guys know what move it is. So we are at move number 10. Both players playing the French exchange variation e4 e6 on the board. Super surprised with Gukesh coming back with e4. But yeah, let's see where this game takes us. And you guys keep watching. I'm back in a minute. Yep, that is true. Castling is definitely an option here. I think it's not just random castling. I think he could try something like a artificial castling, isn't it? So Ding says normal castling is too mainstream for me. I should just go here, and this is a better version of castling, isn't it? Just go king to f8. That could be the plan going ahead. For example, you give me a check, it's just king f8 here. But the king is not even scared to be in the center here, guys, because the queen's not on the board. So that is the reason why I feel since Ding is planning king to f8. I would love to see bishop g5 here. Pin this knight down. Because if he sneaks out, then you take, and destroy the pawn structure. That's what I take on this position. So bishop g5, a very, very logical move here. So one of my favorite stuff here, guys, is seeing Ding play the French in this whole world championship. Like, I just love seeing that. I think there's a lot of interesting games that we will see from the French in this one. So we have reached move number 10. Ding Liren, the world champion, has just played rook to e8. And let's see what surprises has he like he's got for Gukesh today. Or is Gukesh the one who's really gonna surprise Ding? It is a very, very interesting question today. I'm just really excited to see who's the one who has really surprised the other guy in the opening. Has Gukesh surprised Ding with one e4 again, or is Ding like I'm just totally so ready for one e4? The French and me is like good buddies. So is that what Ding is gonna show Gukesh today? So super exciting stuff today, guys. Like very, very exciting to see the French back on the board. But a bit of the thing is that the queens are traded off the board. So they're playing for a queenless middle game. So you call this a queenless middle game. The reason is there's all pieces still on the board other than the queen. So you still can't call this like an end game. You can't be saying that we are playing in an end game. It's a queenless middle game here. But let's see how Gukesh takes this ahead from here. I'm just excited to see his prep. What is he recollecting here, or has Rook e8 been a surprising move for him? But even if it is, I think all the replies are quite straightforward. b3 is one move for Gukesh to break the pawn structure. Bishop g5 is another move to just pin this knight so that if the king escapes, I can destroy this pawn chain, right? And then what else do we have here? Maybe rook e1 check, but I would go for something like b3 and bishop b5, bishop g5, if I want to keep this game alive, that is. So, two very interesting moves up his sleeve now. I think Gukesh is just deciding between the two. He's just recollecting the stuff the team had looked for him. Whatever he has gone through on his chess base, he's just getting ready with it, isn't it? So that's what we are seeing, guys. Move number how much move are we done? 10. In after 10 moves, Gukesh has 1 hour 44 minutes. Ding has 1 hour 54 minutes. I don't think we are gonna see anyone going under a lot of time trouble today. So both players have a clear picture about this opening. Ding super prepared for the French. Lot of influence maybe of Rapport, Richard Rapport, his second, who also is a very good like player of both Caro-Can and the French. I had recently seen a game of Rapport beating Magnus in the World Rapid Team chess championship with the black pieces in Caro-Can. So they know these kind of structures. The team really knows it. While I think Gukesh and his team would also be very well prepared for this. Otherwise, why would he just throw in the French exchange when he's playing the white pieces? While he had a winning combination with, what do you say? While he had a winning combination with 1d4, right? So there is no point for that. I don't think he needs to needs to drop in that, right? So there you go, guys. I'm super excited to see what comes up next. It is a very exciting game number 5. The only white piece Gukesh is gonna play in this 3 set of games before round 6 is done. And he has to make this game count. Otherwise, Ding Liren is coming next game again with the white pieces. Even though Gukesh had a simple game yesterday, I think the next game could be quite crucial. These 2 games in this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, it's gonna be quite crucial. So let's look forward to that. So what I feel is it's either gonna be Bishop G5 right now, pinning this knight to this king, or it's gonna be B3. We are definitely gonna see one of this happen today. And I think Gukesh is just recollecting the opening prep. What needs to be done here? What are the plans? Should I go B3, try to destroy this pawn structure? Because if you guys are thinking, how can you destroy it? I'll play B5. No, you can't, because I'll play A4 here. I'll still attack this pawn chain. So you see, this is a very interesting way to break it. If you take me, I can take it with the bishop, and then, I don't know, maybe B4 is an option here. Otherwise, I'm just taking it. And if any one of you thought that A6 is an option, why can't I do this? You can't, because I'll take this. And there's a pin on your rook on A8, which just doesn't let you do anything, right? So that's what is happening. And D. Gukesh, the challenger, he's thinking now. He's just recollecting his stuff. Move number 10. Both players are quite well prepared here. Ding knows what is happening. And if Gukesh goes for bishop g5, guys, since Ding can't go back, his pawn structure is getting destroyed, I think he should be going for something like bishop here, followed by knight d7, and then put the king out of here. Because now the knight is supported by the other knight. That's a way you can escape out of this. And then the rooks will come to c8, and this will turn out to be a good, interesting battle. So rook e1 check played, not b3, not bishop g5. So either Gukesh knows where he wants to take this, or we will be done with today's game in an hour maybe. Because rook e1 check, king f8, they are just gonna trade the rooks here. White doesn't have an option. He can't give up this open file for the opponent, so he is gonna trade. And once he trades it, I think we will just see king takes e8. This looks quite equal for me. I'm still waiting for that plan that Gukesh has prepared here with the white pieces. King goes to f8 has been played. Hey Stress, how are you? You do have me here. I don't know about the rest of the people, but yeah. So here comes the move, king e8. So I think the moves have been played. King f8, rook e8, king e8. This is where we are at the moment. And I don't know, guys. I really feel we are seeing something very well prepared here. I think we are seeing a very well prepared game right now. Hey Gautam, how's your weekend? So give me a second, guys. I'm just sorting my cam here. But yeah, Bishop G5 being played. Quite interesting. Like as we just talked earlier about, he wants to take, and just destroy the pawn structure. If you play something random, guys, for example, Bishop E6 or something, he takes, and you see the pawn structure. You don't want to have isolated pawns like that, do you? So that's what White is trying to do here. Gukesh goes bishop to g5, hitting the knight. I think the most straightforward reply would be knight d7. Just support this knight. Just don't let him destroy your structure. And pretty sure that Ding would be prepared for it. He'll just play knight d7 immediately. You don't want to get your knight and your structure destroyed. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Yep, there we go. Knight d7 on the board and played immediately on the board. So back to a good position here. Like the only thing Ding would like to solve in this position, guys, would be this bishop on c8. That bishop is a bit annoying, right? You don't want a bishop to be stuck here. And I think this is what Gukesh and his team had prepared, just to get Ding in a position where he's gonna get his knight out, the rook is gonna come here, and Ding does have to solve the problem of this bishop on c8. That has to be his plan. So I think that's what he's trying to do. Knight d2 will happen, followed by what do you say, rook to e1. So this bishop on c8 is still stuck, if you ask me, and Ding has to find a way to get him out. But it's not a big deal. You can get it out in a lot of different ways. You can kick this bishop away. There's option to kick it away, and once it's off, it's very easy. You will get it out. For example, imagine let's play knight d2 here. H6 will happen immediately, and if he just drops back here, I think something like an expansion on the queen side. You go b5, a5, b4, and you just try to get some space on that side, like b5 here. He can give a check, but not a big deal. King to f8. And now you have to decide what to do here. Knight e5 is an option. This is usually how the people who play the French exchange tries to create some complications. But nonetheless, I think so far both of them have been well prepared, and I don't see anything special here. I think they both know what is happening. I'm just excited to see what Gukesh has up his sleeve still. I don't think we have seen the full potential of this prep. There is still a lot of things that you would be seeing. I think knight d7, knight d2, or even something interesting like knight h4 and knight f5, guys. Because this square is weak. And if you make him to push g6, that makes a lot of dark squares also weak. For example, you go for something like knight h4, they go for something like g6. Now you see the dark squares becoming weak here. So that could be a plan. You never know. Because these guys out there have put months into preparing for this tournament. So they have to be ready for this. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think about the position, or do you feel it's an exciting game? Do you feel it's gonna just fizzle out into a draw? Or do you feel Gukesh made a wrong choice today by coming for 1 e4? I don't know. We will have to wait and see for that. There you go, guys. Knight comes to d2. I think Gukesh doesn't want to try anything silly with knight h4, right? I don't think he's planning to do anything like that. So yeah, knight h4, knight h4 being played here. Knight h4 didn't was not played. He played knight to d2, right? He goes knight d2, and I think the plan is quite easy. There is a lot of different plans here. He can go with the knight this way, knight f1, knight g3, followed by knight to f5, or he can just go with rook e1 check, kick the king away, and then play something like knight e5. Equally possible. So lot of plans for Gukesh here in this game. Even though the queens are not on the board, there is a lot of possibility in this game that we are seeing right now. So don't count this out. Don't count this game out. There is a lot of life in this game. So, but Ding has been playing like with topmost accuracy, guys. He's not been giving any kind of random chances to the opponents. Like especially like not giving any chance to Gukesh here. Ding is very well prepared in this French systems. So let's see though. Knight d2, what does Ding have here? I think kicking this bishop is very natural. Kicking this bishop away here. And then even Ding can try something like knight h5, knight f4. You see this? You can go this way. Force him to play this move, which could be a mistake because you have g5. So interesting plan for Ding here. He could actually try this move, knight h5. He could say that I'm coming up to f4. And if you are not careful, I have g5. Yeah, Ding today, exactly. Looks like looks like he's not surprised with the French. I think playing the French has to be like making Ding very confident, because that's the game that gave him, like, that's the opening that gave him the point in round one. So if I was Ding, I would be happy with the French. I'd be like, all good. All good to play the French. So let's see what Ding comes up with. I like this plan of h6 here. Kick this bishop away and then go with knight to h5. Get your knight to f4. Because g3 is not possible, guys, because of g5. Um, this is not looking that nice, right? So I'm sure Gukesh won't go for that. So knight h5, what else do they have here? As I told you guys, he can always remaneuver his knight to f1, e3, f5, and stuff like that. That's possible. So if you go knight f1, I don't know, this guy could come to f6 maybe, then get this bishop out into the game. King moves out of the way, rook comes in. A lot of maneuvering plans here for both players. Not a very easy game to create plans. So they need to find their way today. So one thing that we can really see, guys, is that we are down to move 14, and both players they've really managed their time. If you ask me, like both Ding has the lead on time, 1 hour 48 minutes, while Gukesh has 1 hour 37 minutes. It's either that they're just really clear about the problems both of them have faced due to the time trouble, isn't it? So do let me know what you feel about this game. Who do you think would be better? Who's your favorite? Who do you want to win? And stuff like that. And I will be more than happy to know that. I know there is a lot of people out there like who wish Ding wins actually because of the amount of support Gukesh has. Like I think a lot of people like to support the underdogs, right? And trust me, guys, Ding being the world champion, the support out there from the fans and other people, Ding is an underdog in that way because it's not too much compared to what Gukesh has out there. Gukesh has a huge following of people who wants him to win the world championship in this whole thing, and that's not something Ding has. So I don't know. There is this thing about supporting the underdogs, right? So in that way, with all the support that these players are getting, I think Ding at the moment is an underdog when it comes to the fans. So otherwise, we have to see how the scene is in China, which I don't think we really know right now. So here we go. Game number 5, move number 14 done. Ding Liren versus Gukesh. And the world champion is thinking. And he's thinking to find his best way out. So at the same time, guys, if you ask me, like my experience of streaming for these 4 to 5 games is it's been great. It's been tiring. I think streaming is something that takes a lot of energy out of you. Like rather than creating content, like when you stream, it requires a lot of energy. But I don't think maybe when I start doing something like playing games and stream, it would be much better because I just need to just play, right? So here I need to see what they're playing, try to explain them, and a lot of stuff. So I really appreciate all these people who really stream day in and day out. They're very good at it. It's not easy. But yeah, the World Championship, guys. Ding Liren, the champion, and Gukesh, the challenger. Uh, Very crucial game number 5. Because whoever is going to get the next point ahead in this game or in this whole World Championship, that's a huge advantage. We are just left with 9 more games. There's not many more, just 9 more games. And with every day passing by, a game, it's getting shorter. So super crucial for both players actually to gain that point, to get that one extra point here. I feel Ding is still in his prep. Both Gukesh also looks very confident. He might also know what he's doing. Both players look quite confident in this whole stuff. Okay, that's a fun fun comment that I see here. You like Ding? There's a lot of people out there who do like Ding. Ding is a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Just just trying to be the nicest world champion out there. That's what I feel. The guy doesn't like to, what do you say? He's not trying to prove anything. He's not trying to uh, prove that he's like the world champ. Nothing. He just wants to come out there, play some games, appreciate the games, and just he's gone. He's like, I'm done after that. And I've even heard something interesting from Ding, guys, that while he was actually preparing for the previous world championship, that is against Nepo, he thought that after if he loses that game against Nepo, he would just take a break from chess. That's what he used to say. Like, if I just lose a game, I would just take a break. I mean, that match. But things turned out different. Ding won it, and he just went on to become the world champion. Like, there's no going back after that. I'm sure he has a great following in China too. Like, the chess culture in China is also very big. So, definitely sure there's a lot of people out there supporting their world champion. So yeah, guys, today I can see a lot of likes coming up for the stream. I hope if you really like it, you do like the stream, and you can ask me whatever you wish to regarding about like what's happening in the game. But as of now, we have reached move number 14. Gukesh has played knight to d2, and it's time for Ding Liren to find the world champion needs to find his best move. That's a good question. The following, if it's more than that of India, right? It's very hard to say that. I think India has gone like in India, it's just gone crazy. The the whole chess scene has gone crazy out in India because everybody is yeah, the opening. Yeah, it's been the French again in Infinity. It's been the French. Gukesh decided to go for one e4 and challenge Ding and his team with their preparation, which was very surprising for all of us, I think, who's watching. So we started again, guys. So whoever is new, whoever is coming again, it's been the French defense e4 e6, the French exchange variation. Uh, d4 d5 was played, takes, knight f3, knight f6, bishop d3, all straightforward stuff. c5, very common in the French exchange. c3, c4, sends the bishop back, bishop d6, queen e2 check, and Gukesh decides to just trade the pieces off. Takes, castling, rook e8, rook e1 check, takes again. Lot of trades, bishop g5, very interesting, forcing this knight to come out here so that bishop doesn't destroy the structure. And now he plays knight d2. And it's now time for Ding to find his best move here. Yeah, Ding has really like he's right now the ambassador of the chess of the French, isn't it? And as I was coming to the previous question, more than India, the following in China has to be very close to India, maybe because of all the population back there. And I think Ding might be a superstar there. You never know, you know. Like we go to China one day and we see posters of Ding Liren all over the place because they appreciate all kinds of stuff there. Like you be a gamer, you play good games. Like esports is big in China and a lot of stuff like that. So I think they do see Ding Liren's win also as a big stuff because I have seen Ding actually explain this in one of his previous interviews where he said that the person he's working with, that is Richard Rapport, who's his second, he told Rapport that you have a big following in China. So Rapport was very happy with it. Rapport's like, wow, that's cool, right? And then I was just thinking, if Rapport has a big following in China, what about Ding? How many like how much fans does Ding have in China? Oh, Rook even played? Not really. Yeah, it's black to play here. And coming back to the plans, it could be something like h6 in this position. I feel one of the best options for black is to play h6, send the knight back, I mean the bishop back, and then play knight to h5. This is looking good because the plan would be to get the knight to f4 here, and you can't play g3 to stop it. This is also not possible because g5 and your bishop is trapped inside. You don't want your bishop to be trapped like that, do you? So that is something we would like not to happen in the game. for Gukesh, and I don't think that will happen. So knight d2 played as of now. H6 could be the top move that Ding is thinking about, kicking the bishop out of here. Because this is really annoying, guys. Like, until the point where that bishop stays on g5, the annoying part here is if this bishop still stays on g5, this bishop has to come out. You can't. You can't move this knight. The moment you move this knight, he will just take it. You see that? Takes, takes. And this is something not with what you want to play this game with. And after which rook e1 will happen. And this looks good for white. You don't want to play a game or an end game. You don't want to go to an end game with such a bad pawn structure. So that seems like you mean rook e1 played before or knight f8 being played before? No, I think what is happening right now is knight bd2 being played here, and now Ding has to find a move. There, I think there seems to be a game that has happened with h6. Oops, I think we went to the yeah. There's just one game that has already happened with the move h6 long time ago, but I don't know if they're really following it. You mean knight f8 here? Knight f8 is interesting, but it doesn't look correct. It is not good. You give a check and you just take it, right? This variation doesn't look correct at all, and I think the bar agrees with what we are trying to say. You can't give +1 in a world championship. That's definitely not their prep. So knight f8 doesn't seem correct. Like logically, it has to be wrong because you just destroy your own pawn structure with this trade. I think the most logical plan here has to be h6. This has to be the plan. This is what Ding is thinking. And if he goes back, knight to h5. You want to get to this very interesting square on, what do you say, f4, which can't be stopped actually. And if they go something like bishop back here, knight takes g3, h takes g3, what Ding could bet on here is the double bishops. He will be left with a double bishop while Gukesh has to find ways to remaneuver his knight and stuff. But yeah, that's how the game is going. Yeah, leeches, yeah, it is possible. It is possible. There's thousands of games being played each day. And I think a lot of games would go into these French exchange. Because if you think about this, guys, this kind of a variation can be played at any level, to be honest. Like anything about 2000 and stuff, this will be happening. These moves can be played because they're very logical, right? There's no move being played which has been like a novelty which looks like a wow, what an idea. Nothing. As of now, everything has been normal, like normal moves being played, and now we are into the time control where Ding is thinking again. Ding had a lead in the time control. I'm trying to understand what is he trying to figure out here. Has he forgotten his prep, or is he trying to figure out a way out of this? And I'm pretty sure Gukesh has to be confident about it. If you look at what Ding is looking, I don't know. Ding is not looking on the chessboard. He's looking somewhere else. Maybe he's just trying to recollect his prep. That's how chess players do it, right? We look somewhere else and we look everywhere else and try to recollect our prep, which looks cool. It's up to people and their decisions, right? So there we are, World Championship game number 5, the all important game number 5. Can one of them take home a win here? Positional chess is like you can't call it boring actually. Infinity. You know why? Because I can understand it is not very exciting, right? You have to sit there and watch it forever. Uh, it really helps you improve your chess. Like if you understand positional chess a lot, it really helps you to like be better at chess. It just lets you understand where pieces go, where you have to take your pieces, what is the best squares for them, and how do you have to look at different situations. I think you need to understand positional chess. It's something important. But you're true. I also agree with what you're trying to say that it is not as exciting as attacking chess, is it? I think someone who would really agree to you is Kasparov. He would agree to you. Gary Kasparov would really agree with the fact that he has played some exciting chess during his time as the world champion. The games between Kasparov and Karpov were like crazy, guys. Like Kasparov just played some fantastic chess. And I think everybody enjoys those games like Kasparov Karpov. No, you can't play those gambits out there, right? Because they'll be just rejected every now and then. You can't even go for normal gambits except for the Queen's Gambit in top level chess maybe. Yeah, Gary top low, that very famous combination where, but Lord Gary took top low's king all the way down and checkmated, isn't it? In the Sicilian. It was a nice game. It is one of yeah. That's crazy. The way like Kasparov loved that kind of an position, like a lot of complications in the position, attacking chess. He believes that opponents will make a mistake, and one of Kasparov's biggest comment during this World Championship. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. Kasparov actually said that he doesn't consider this as a World Championship. He thinks that the best player in the world is still there, who is, of course, Magnus, who's world number one. Gary thinks that Magnus being there, he can't consider this to be World Championship. He doesn't see it like that. But I don't know. Magnus just refused to play here, right? So there has to be something happening. The World Championship has to go on. And that's why these guys are doing it. So it's a pretty interesting take. Kasparov was not only brilliant in his opening knowledge, he was also quite creative. Like in a creative way, how he would like build up an attack. It's not like he just goes sacrifices something and all. He would build an attacking position and from there just hit you left right. It's like getting punched left right on your face with it. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what Kasparov like thinks about that, but I feel he like we have to see this as a like a real world championship. We can't do anything about it. Magnus not playing is up to Magnus. If he doesn't want to play, it's okay. You just cannot keep it like that, right? So this is game number five, guys. Ding Liren versus Gukesh. Ding, the world champion, is playing the black pieces. Gukesh, the challenger, playing the white pieces. They are both going all in this game five. Gukesh has to create some play here with this white pieces. If not, if Ding can equalize this, he's all good. But Ding has taken quite an amount of time here. Like he has gone to 1 hour 30 minutes. Ding doesn't like being ahead in time in this whole tournament, I guess. If every time Gukesh just goes low, Ding takes more time and goes even lower. So Ding is like, I don't want to be ahead in time. I just want to be low on time. That's what Ding wants, maybe. But yeah, good situation here. Like Gukesh, I'm still looking forward if he has some moves left here that is as part of his prep. If not, let's see if the world champion has got this all under control. Some of the moves that I feel would happen here is at 6, as we had talked about earlier. At 6 is a very common attacking move here. If you take it, Ding would be very happy. He would just take it back. And it's all equal. Now this bishop is free to come out, and this rook is also free. Oh, king will move after that, and this rook will come out. Otherwise, interesting stuff would be this and this. This will be a bit more interesting going ahead. But as of now, very equal this game with a lot of possibilities. Gukesh calculations are good because Gukesh is very good at calculation. That is his core strength. Just like how every player has a core strength, Gukesh has a core strength of good calculation. And I think that is what he's completely relying upon. He believes his calculation can get him through in this world championship. Not a draw. It's not a time to call it a draw already. I think there is still play left in it. If this is just a random draw with all pieces being traded off, I would be super surprised. I would be really surprised why Gukesh let go of this game like this. Because that's what I'm saying. I still believe that Gukesh has some prep left in him. Like he has seen something here, or his team has prepared something for him here. Otherwise, I don't think he would come up with the French exchange in today after winning last day's game, or he wants to get Ding out of his prep maybe. So a lot of questions here, and I'm very sure we will get to know those questions before move number 20 is completed. We are right now in move 14, and move 14, Gukesh has played knight bd2. It's Ding to play now, and hey guys, hey man. So yeah, that's where we are. Move 14, guys. Ding Liren to play is down to 1 hour 27 minutes, while Gukesh is at 1 hour 37 minutes. Move 14 moves have been done. I'm just thinking how far would have been the prep here. Both players look good, and Ding has to find a good move here. So I think one of the best moves for Ding is just h6 here. Just kick the bishop away. Or if you want to get this bishop out in another way, you can also try b5, a5, and try to expand on this side. Get yourself some space there, and keep this side intact. That's another plan. So if you guys like what you see, if you like the games, if you like all this, you can subscribe if you want. And also, what else can you do? Yeah, like the stream, right? So one of my friend had told me that this is the way you become a pro streamer. You ask them to do it, or you ask them, can you do it, and stuff like that. But nonetheless, guys, I'm more excited into the game. I think this game will be good. Uh, I don't know what is gonna happen. How many chess movies have you watched? That is interesting. There's quite a number of movies, right? Like the most popular, not being a movie, but it's like uh, series of Queen's Gambit. I think there is lots actually. I should recollect the names if you ask me like what I have seen. The Fisher one. How many of you have seen? Was it named the Poison Pawn or the Past Pawn? What was the Fisher one named at? Uh, just movies. That was a surprising question. Yeah, the Pawn Sacrifice, right? Yeah. Pawn Sacrifice. That is true. Yeah, Pawn Sacrifice, guys. I have seen its shorts on YouTube. Yes. Yeah. True. Pawn Sacrifice is one. Uh, there is the Queen of Cutway. That's another one. Like I don't know how you pronounce that, but that was an interesting watch too. That is quite a good one. And there is a lot of documentaries and stuff that you guys should also watch. There's a lot of fun stuff. But what really did blow chess up, I think, is the Queen's Gambit. A lot of people love the Queen's Gambit. During the lockdown, what better time to release it, isn't it? That's where I think chess really exploded. But not just that, I think the whole lockdown, yeah, the Queen's, I think the whole lockdown played a big role in chess becoming very popular because people were stuck at home and chess was still available to everybody. Do you remember Kasparov versus Karpov 1990? Yeah, I think I do remember a lot of games from that kind of era. A lot of games actually. I even remember this, even the Anand Topalov incident where Anand, I think the World Championship there happened in Bulgaria, Sofia, Bulgaria, and I think Anand losing game one, just like what happened to Gukesh in this tournament. Very similar thing has happened to him. Yeah, and then Anand went on to win it. Then he bet Kramnik, Gelfand. Vishy Anand has defeated a lot of top players out there. He defeated Gelfand, he defeated quite a number of people, right? But yeah, I hope Gukesh can take over the legacy and win the world championship, which would be huge for chess all over the world. Were you this good? He also beat Ta. A lot of players like which he has bet a lot of people. Uh, I didn't get that, Kushagra. Like, were you this good since the beginning? Like, almost. Do you mean my chess? Uh, no, we were all bad, right? It's just the love to play the game. I think the more you travel, the more you guys play uh, tournaments over the board, it's nothing better. You get to travel, you get me, no, no, never. I started chess quite late, I guess. So for me, I think why did I like chess? Because I really love chess. I like the whole competitive scenario of it. So that's what maybe really pushed me into it. And I think knowingly or unknowingly you travel a lot when you play chess, and that really helps you grow as a person too. Yeah. So they were just really extremely good stuff, right? So I think you guys should play a lot of over the board tournaments in chess. Just really gonna be good. So, anyways, guys, this is the position that we have right now. It is Ding Liren is still thinking. He's down to 122. I'm surprised Ding is really taking time here. I'm I'm just bothered whether he's thinking whether to play b5 here or to go at 6, or does he have any other option here? I don't think so, because you can't move this knight here. Because if you move this knight, you lose the f6 knight just like that, right? So you don't want to do that. Ding is not how much can people push in terms of skill if they have been stuck low for a while after assessing typical causes and videos. I don't think it's not about the causes and videos, Kushagara. It's more of like, of course, the more you consume content, it's good for you. It's definitely good for you in consuming content, but going ahead, I think you should also have real experience too, playing tournaments, uh, having that game experience. You have to play it out and try to understand what are you missing in your game, because then and only then you will understand your weakness. Otherwise, there's no way you will get to know that. I hope you get me, right? You will always, like, we can learn from a lot of other courses, stuff, openings, middle games, end games, and everything, but try to play it out yourself too. Try to see if you are able to recollect them while you're playing, and what are you missing, where are you bad at, like, what is the thing that you're missing out. No, there's no. I don't think there's no limitations. The more you work, the better you become, because ratings is just what do you say, it's just gonna be a reflection of your strength in chess. Imagine someone very strong in chess, do you think his rating will stay low? No. So the only thing you have to do is not bother about ratings. Yeah, the only thing you need to do is just don't bother about ratings, just keep working on your game, because the moment you get better, ratings will just come there, like it will just follow it, nobody can stop it, right? So yeah, that's the thing. But anyways, Ding is taking the chances. Ding is not taking the chances. I don't know, but in this game, it should have been Gukesh taking the chances, right? With the white pieces, maybe. I thought of a more complex D4 game here, because Ding would have had nightmares of his last game, and he would not be a happy guy playing it today. But Gukesh decided to go with what do you say, E4 here. I'm sure there is some minute details that Gukesh has prepared to put Ding under pressure. Like for maybe this position, guys, that you see here, this might look, why is Ding taking so much time? He's down to 120, 119. He has taken 30 minutes for a move right now, maybe. But the reason would be he's just trying to figure out how to place these pieces, guys. Like, if you think about this, it's true. This bishop is stuck. It cannot come out until this knight is moving. And if this knight moves, this knight will be taken. So there is some things to be understood here, and there is some ideas to be, what do you say, cleared up, if you ask me. You need to know how to put your pieces and where to put your pieces right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the music in the background. Let me just add some of the desktop audio here. I don't know if it's not good, just let me know. I will change it. I'm just experimenting stuff here. Yep. So Ding playing the black piece. I just wanted you to see it from the black side of the board, just so that you can understand where Ding is stuck at. He just wants to understand how to regroup his pieces together. Where do they have to go to be free? I think one option. Yeah, there you go, guys. At six. I was about to say that is the one of the option, but okay. Gukesh immediately goes here. I think Ding will now play a very quick knight h5. If he has played at six, he has seen knight h5 here. This is the plan. I think we are going to see it. Gukesh immediately plays bishop to h4 in this position. G5. Do you think G5 will be played? I think that's a bit early, right? Like you're just extending these pawns a bit too much, maybe. There's no problem with h6. H6 is a good move. The thing that he will be trying might be knight h5. This is interesting because you can't stop it with g3 because of g5. I like this. And if you go bishop g3 here, I will take it, you take me, and this is good for Ding. The reason is maybe, most probably, is the is that he has the double bishops on the board. Both these bishops are there. So this looks interesting for Ding. And I think he would be happy with this position if he gets this, that is. So yeah, good choice by Ding to go at 6. Even though he took time, it's very interesting that he found it. And Ding is playing at a very high accuracy in this game. He's at is a very high accuracy at around, what do you say, 99 plus here, which is good for him. So let me just switch on few stuff here. Yeah, like are you talking about the blunder of mate in one, where he blundered rook takes at 7? No, I don't think he's doing that. He just had a bad time, guys. It's nothing else. He didn't have a great time there. So Ding will be back. He has the all the skills in the world to be back very easily. Yeah, he had a bad time actually. Ding, I think all of you have also seen that he came on to win a game after like how many games? Like uh give me 1 second. That's a good question. The chat's hello, right? That's strong. 1869, I see. That's good. So bishop h4 being played. But one quick thing from my side, guys, is that I think a lot of times time and coughs. Yeah, Ding is really trying. He's trying to figure it out. But I'm just glad that he did play at 6 after all the thought, and he's going the correct way. I'm just glad that Ding is not messing. But what really surprises me is that he took 30-minute plus and he decides to play at 6. And oh, that's a that's a good one. Kushagra. I think you guys don't even need each other. You guys can otherwise beat me too. Uh, uh, yep. So a lot of time and coughs. Yeah, that's true, right? So what really surprises me, guys, here is that in this position, after playing h6, Gukesh went here, and Ding had taken 30 minutes for this move. And after 30 minutes, after h6, he goes bishop to h4. I'm just surprised Ding is still thinking. So he would have thought about this variation for sure, right? Then why is he thinking now? So Ding is a very interesting guy who can really surprise you at any moment. Yeah. That day I stopped putting my videos. I'm done. No more chess lessons in 60 seconds, you know. But anyways. Yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm sure you guys are having a good time at the chat. So coming back to this position, I feel we are in for some interesting stuff. Gukesh has a good lead in time right now, and Ding really wants the time to be a factor, I guess, because he's really thinking. Ding is putting his heart and soul into the French games, you know. Even in game number one, you could see Ding really said taking his time. Which book, Peter, are we talking about? Oh yeah. My system, yeah, yeah, true. Aaron Nimzovich. It's a nice one. Anyways, guys, coming back to the position, Ding Liren yet to play his move. The world champion is thinking, but we are just wondering what is he thinking? Because after the move, a knight to h5, I think here this could be an option for Ding, just to put this bishop into a bit of trouble here, and also to free himself from this bishop. This knight can now come to what do you say, f6, and free the bishop on c8. This has to be his plan. This is what he's trying to figure out here. And that's something very important for Ding to figure out. Otherwise, he will be under a lot of pressure. So, bishop h4 on the board. I'm just waiting. Ding Liren has gone really low on time. I mean, compared to what he had. He had 1 hour 47 minutes when Gukesh had 137. But now he has gone all the way down to 1 hour 10 minutes. I don't know what might be that is really bothering Ding here. Yep, there you go, guys. Ding comes up with the best move again, knight to h5. Very interesting that Ding finds these best moves after all the thought. And the position has been absolutely equalized here. Um, as I had mentioned, they cannot play g3, guys. Don't think this is coming, so I will stop him with this move. Don't think this is what you play. No, g5 and boom, you're in big trouble. You can play g4, but then knight comes to f4, bishop g3, and black has got a very like good control over the game. So I'm very sure Gukesh is not even thinking about that move. So after knight here, what are the other options? Is maybe to menu maneuver this knight who is on d2 this way. That's possible. You can try to get that knight to a better position, or you can go knight f1, bishop g3 maybe. This is a square. You can try to expand yourself and gain some space with a4, a5. Another option here. So rook e1, maybe, but rook e1, man, like it's just gonna go king f8, right? It's not gaining anything. We are not gaining anything with the check, and there is no square to get into black's position here. I'm not saying it's a bad move. Of course, your rook would love to be on e1 rather than be on a1, right? So It does make sense, but World Championship game number 5, if you guys love what you see, you can like the stream. And I don't know what is the like target we can reach, maybe 50, 20, maybe 20, 25, which would be nice. But as of now, what you see is Ding Liren trying to figure out all the small details in the French exchange variation, which was played by Gukesh, and he is trying to put the world champion into trouble. Yeah, it's a good file. It's a good open file. I think no harm in trying to get to that, right? So rook to e1 is definitely a very decent option. But I think he might be also thinking about what this knight can do. I don't know if b3 is an option here at all. Like, would he be again trying to break this structure? Doesn't make that sense, but it is kind of okay here. As I told you guys earlier, you can't play b5 here so much because then we will go a4 and try to undermine this whole pawn structure. I hope you get it. So we will take these pawns and it's getting undermined. If you take it, we take back, and now this guy is an isolated pawn. We jump on him. We get him. Everybody jump, right? So that's what we do. Jump on this guy. So that is something that can happen. But nonetheless, we go back here. And at this point, a lot of options. b3 is an option for Gukesh. a4 is an option here. Knight, remaneuvering this knight to f5. That looks nice. I would love to see that happen maybe. Rook even check also can be considered. b4 would be kind of too much. What do you say, Infinity? That is kind of you're committing too much, right? You play b4, you've just blocked everything. There's no tension anymore with the structure, right? He can go a5 and just try to hit you on g b4 here now. You can't go a3 because of this pin here, and your pawn becomes a bit vulnerable on b4. So we go back to knight h5. Uh, Over the board b4. I think the problem with b4 and why we wouldn't play b4, guys, is a5. You see that pawn undermining you on b4, right? So that's something you don't want to happen. You get it? It becomes really weak. You can't go a3 here. And just imagine, like, imagine you don't do anything. If you don't do anything and play, what do I make a move like? Okay, knight f1. So then what happens is a b4, and you see the problem in the structure. It gets broken, and now all of a sudden, this c4 pawn, which is a protected pass pawn, has become very powerful. In this kind of a position, we would just think like go to an endgame and just win this game. This is, you see the bar saying it's almost done because of this. The pawn structure is really good for black. But nonetheless, yeah, I have got another question here. 20 minutes advantage at this point, a big deal? It is not a huge deal. I think Ding has played his move, knight h5, yeah? So, yeah, true. It's not a huge deal here because it's still 1 hour 10 minutes and both of them have reached 15 moves. But I'm not sure why Ding would have spent so much time like this. Is he gonna speed up maybe now, or something else gonna happen? You got a passer and you got a show and solo lover, yeah. So I'm not very sure about what might happen here with the time difference. Gukesh could also be taking some time here, or I don't know. We have to figure that out. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal until maybe if Ding is down below 30 minutes or something. Until then, I think he can manage because he has shown that in game number one, where he was 35 minutes. Gukesh had how much? I think Gukesh had a good 1 hour lead in it, but then went on to lose it because Ding just found back to back good moves, right? So doesn't make a big difference. I think so far so good for both players. Again, Gukesh has to show what is his plans in this position. What is his understanding of this position? Because Ding is playing high accuracy game here. He's like playing a huge accurate like thing here. Um, when Gukesh will play, he will think so it will even out. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Gukesh is also someone who takes time, guys. Like one space where you can find Gukesh lost would be under immense time trouble. Both players, even Ding, but Ding knows that very well that Gukesh will struggle under time trouble. So that is definitely something Ding would be trying to use in his games or this whole tournament. But unfortunately for Ding, he has been the one under pressure. So we can't say that. But yeah, I mean, the first game there was a time difference initially, but Gukesh couldn't capitalize on it, right? That's the thing. That's the thing. And even there was queens on the board and everything there. So, but once Ding got the control of the game, I think Ding was pretty quick in it. He never, what do you say? He never fell down, like went down from there. But in this game, in this kind of a position with the queens not on the board, I don't think there is too much complications here. But it is still, you can call this still kind of a queenless middle game with a lot of other pieces, four minor pieces, and the rook still on the board. So this is not yet a very easy end game to play or something. Yeah, Ding is really putting a lot of his energy into his games, guys. Like, look at that guy. He doesn't go out of his seat. He's just trying to sit here. I saw a video today of him and his first round after winning, going and having some water and walnuts and everything. So Ding is a very nice guy. He just is a very too nice guy who's just a world champion. So good things happen to good guys too. So I do see the likes going in. Yeah. And let's hit 25 maybe. Today, let's hit 25 likes, and then tomorrow we hit 50, 75, and we just keep going. Yeah. I don't know, guys. To be very honest, I don't know what big change this makes, or if the YouTube algorithm likes us or not. I have no idea. But I hope the question about the time is clear, right? The time trouble. I don't think at the moment they are in any kind of problem. Uh, I'm just looking forward to seeing what Gukesh is gonna find here. He is taking time for the correct situation. He has taken close to 10 minutes now because here he needs to understand what is his plan gonna be. Is his plan gonna be trying to playing on the queen side, challenging on this side of the board? This his plan? Or is he going to plan on remaneuvering this knight this way and get to f5? Oops, not there. Here. Is he planning that? That could be a plan. Is he planning to play b3? That could be a plan. You try to destroy the structure. So a lot of different plans for him. Uh, so I have a question from Amal here. If pawn b2 to b4, is it a good move? So that's a good question actually, Amal. Like I think a lot of people ask me that question. But the problem of pawn to b2 to b4 is that, of course, he won't do en passant, right? Even though it's so tempting that the day you get to do en passant, it's so tempting. But the reason is that you just take with the a pawn and you give him this open file. So that is something Ding will never do here. The problem of b2 to b4 is that you get hit on b4 immediately with a5. This is the problem. You get undermined. b4 gets undermined. Because if you push b4, like, I mean b5 here, he can even play this move a4. And now you see this pawn has been just disconnected from the other people. Like, it's kind of alone here. Rook a5 could happen, a3 could happen, and then this is a huge chance that this pawn would be lost soon. And if you don't do anything, imagine you don't do anything, you play something like knight f1, he takes, and you see these guys here, the c4 and d5 pawn, they're just very strong, especially this pawn. This is a protected pass pawn. What I would be, and your pawn on d4 has become isolated. So lot of things, right? Lot of different issues in that position. I think it's clear because a lot of you guys did ask me about b4 here, and I think this explanation does make a sense to it. I hope this helps. So that's what's gonna happen. b4 immediately a5 and positionally very hard to play. Can you believe that this is really bad for white now? This is almost big advantage for black if you play b4. You can play b3, guys. I think b3 is the move you should think about. Destroy his pawn structure. Because, for example, guys, let's imagine he doesn't do anything much. He plays something like this. You see what's happening here is that takes. Now you see the difference with your pawn on d4. This is better, right? So you have a protected pass pawn now on d4. That's the whole difference, yeah? But anyways, that is what is happening here. Knight f6 being played, I mean knight h5 being played, and we'll see what happens. So Gukesh taking his time here, guys, and It's for the good. I think he needs, this is the point where he needs to find his way. He needs to find where this game needs to go. What has to be his plan? Is he planning b3? Is he planning knight f1, or is he even planning a4 a5 a6, like not a6 but a4 a5, gain some space on the queen side? Possible, right? All these are possible. Why isn't Gukesh doing the rook e1 check? Rook e1 check is good. That is not a bad idea, but just think about it, guys. You give rook oops, not here. Where have we reached? This one, right? This is the position. Imagine playing rook e1. He goes king f8, but what next? Rook e1 is a move I think he will play to take the open file, but it's not any concrete moves after that. It's just rook e1 is good. So that's what's happening here. It is game number 5, guys, of the World Chess Championship. Gukesh with the white pieces trying to put pressure on the world champion. Yeah, that is true, right? The chairs. I had even seen a video on that. Both having different chairs. Someone gave Gukesh a nice looking gaming chair. That is true. And someone gave Ding, like, what do you say, marriage kind of a chair that you see a different stuff there. Poor Ding. Someone really tricked Ding with the chair. They never gave him what he deserved. The world champion got a very normal chair. I'm just kidding, guys. It's all nice. It's all nice. Because I think they get to choose it. They get to choose the chairs and stuff and everything. So it's not as if like someone tricked Ding into having a bad chair. Didn't he choose? Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. I'm just kidding. I mean, we are just kidding. Or Gukesh, lol. Yeah, because you know what? I don't know. Gukesh really chose a gaming chair. That's interesting. Yeah, he got a nice one. I think. But yeah, Ding's chair looks nice. I don't know how Ding gets that back support on that chair though. Have you seen it? It's like those formal chairs at these spaces, right? I'm really surprised. I think Gukesh has a good one with some the same like you get the head stuff and all right, headgear and stuff. But Ding, I don't know, head support and everything is there for Gukesh. Yeah, right. It's interesting. He's a chill guy. Yeah, Ding is a nice guy. He doesn't mind. You give him a like a normal plastic kind of a chair, he'll still sit there and play. I don't think Ding will ever complain about anything you do to him. He's like, okay. He's like, I'm okay with it. You do anything, I'm fine. Just don't hurt me, maybe. It's comfortable and undistracting. Office chairs allow focus at the cost of comfort, which is kind of uncomfortable too. Uh, but Ding is like whatever, yeah, wherever, whatever, no animations, no reaction. You can't get Ding to react, guys. Like, so hard. But Ding kind of reacts in a different way, actually. If you ask me, Ding's reactions are not in his face, actually. Ding's reactions are in the actions that he do. Like last day, I saw in a press conference where Ding was sitting with the hand on his face, or you will see Ding frustrated if he's putting his head down. His actions are coming from the movement of his body and not actually on his face. He doesn't put anything on his face. I think he smiles at every now and then, which is good. But other than that, I haven't seen much from Ding. Like he's like just an unanimated guy, isn't it? You don't get anything out of it. Very true. So, do I miss anything? Your Elo. So it's good enough, Amal. It's definitely at a point where where I can still help you guys understand everything happening here. So, anyways, coming back to this, gaming chair comfort, office chair focus. Really, I didn't know that, Kushal. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm really, I didn't know like how. Okay, okay. So those office kind of space chairs really helps you focus. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I feel, ding, it would be very hard, right? Sitting on the board whole day, and how does he focus like that back? I don't know if that chair is very good. It might be a top notch one. We never know. We haven't sat on it. I would love to. I would love to test Ding's chair here, but yeah, that's a good survey, chat. I like chat. I love this chat. I really like my chat. I like everything you guys say. Because I'm just super grateful that you guys are here already, and we are spending time understanding the games and stuff. But just trying to get back to the game here. Knight b h5, right? Okay, give me a second, guys. I'll just read this one big question that I have. It's not a silly question. Do you agree or disagree that chess masters, not just GMs, chess professionals, are good problem solvers? Do they fare good in problem solving? Um, so it's kind of the person that you are, Amal. Like, when you, if you're good at chess, there's a lot of things that you learn from chess, like making good decisions, thinking multiple variations. Just like in chess, you can think about a lot of different things before taking a decision, and you will be good in a lot of different stuff. But to put it into your real life situations, I feel you also need real life experiences, just like the experience you get from chess, right? You play a lot of chess tournaments and games, you're putting your experience there. Just like that, in real life situations, the more experience that you gain in different things, the life experiences, that is, and the more you can relate it to your chess, then you get better. I I think that makes sense. Does it? If it doesn't, I will try to make sense again, but I hope that helps. Yeah. Lasker is a great example. Yeah, because even I don't know if you guys know that like very popular quote by Lasker, right? Okay, guys, we have a move here. Rook e1 check, just like what the chat wanted. Gukesh is all for the chat. Gukesh is like W for the chat, right? But I don't know, guys. The position is dead equal here. Check king. Ding, like I don't need even a second to play that. King to f8. So Ding goes king to f8 here. Rook e1 check. Good for him. Now Gukesh has to show what was his plan after this. That's what I'm looking forward to, because Rook e1, there's no entry points anywhere. So he might be planning something like knight f1, guys. This could be a plan. Knight e3, knight f5. This is a great square for this knight if he manages to get there, that is. And by that time, what Ding would be thinking is that he would want his knight to go here. He would also go for something like g5, bishop g3, take it, and play with the double bishops. Ding would be happy to have these guys on the board. Yeah, so coming back to your question, Amal, like about people being good at different things, Lasker would be great at two things. You know why is that? It's because I don't know if you have heard of the popular quote from Lasker, right? I think almost everybody in chess would know that when you see a good move, look for a better one. So someone who basically thinks like that, or someone who already understands these stuff, in real life he would have done well. He knows to put more things into it. So if even if you ask me, it's not just being good at multiple things. I think it's just using chess into your whole life situations. You take any situation in your life, you can put chess into it. Uh, Chess is kind of a miniature of your real life. Uh, that's what I felt personally. That's what I felt. Chess has helped me in anything and everything I've done. That's my take on chess. So that's why I feel I should just give it back to chess, or to the people who are in chess. Whatever I know, I just think I should just give it back. Um, Let me see this now. Like, I think we have got some interesting stuff about the chair situation here, which needs to be dealt with. So, If you sit on a gaming chair, you get quite comfortable, but if you sit on an office chair, hear me out, you feel that you need to get the work done quickly and professionally, not sleepy. I heard about this, but do you? That's interesting, Kushagra. That's a very, very interesting tip that I have heard right now. You know why? Because I personally use a gaming kind of chair, like for my space here. You guys can see that I do use one. Programming and coding, yeah. So when it comes to tech ideas, I think chess can help you in anything actually. Like programming and coding, it might be something that could help you. Like imagine you have a bug, your codes are not running, you need to find a way out of it. It might help you think in different way to get the error out of there. Like rather than just being stuck, you might think of multiple ideas to figure out why is it not working, why is the code not running, because it's all logic, right? And chess is also completely logic. So in that way it could make sense, both of it could be connected and make sense. Yeah. But I really liked your research on the gaming chair stuff, because you know what, I feel I'm making a big mistake then. I should get an office chair immediately here so that I make more videos. uh, I like that one, right? I think I've heard of what you said somewhere, but today you I heard it again. But coming back to the game, guys, like if you do you know about your palindrome function? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a long story. My things with codes and stuff is it's a very long story. I would not want to be back in it, right? Just one curiously, your undergrad, what degree do you have, or are you an undergrad? Uh, I have a master's too. No, it's not undergrad. It's just a master's stuff too. So yeah, it's no problem, man. You can ask me. Like if things, it's very simple stuff to ask. I can always ask you. I did analytics, and you might feel like it's also easily analytics, business analytics. It's easily connected to chess, isn't it? It's been some time, Infinity, quite some time. Like, but the only thing that bugged me is that I wanted a bit more out of life, and just not just chess. I just wanted to do more stuff. Uh, I don't know. Like, I hope you guys get it right. I just wanted to explore, travel, lot of stuff. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think I'm completely out of the I'm completely out of the game right now. But just coming back to the game, King F8 played. Gukesh has to find a plan, and it's really, really interesting to see that Gukesh has come down all the way till move number. I mean, time to 1 hour 12 minutes. That is really not a great thing for Gukesh. He's just equaled out with Ding. The time's gone equal. So that means maybe Gukesh is out of his prep now and he's on his own and he's trying to find out what needs to be done. Yeah, quite an interesting position for us. Just taking, I'm just, yeah, Bishop G3 is not bad. Oh wow, that's cool. I've never heard of that about the voice actually. Thank you so much for that. Bishop G3, the problem with Bishop G3 is that Infinity is that he will just take knight takes G3, you take with the H pawn, and then the double bishop game could favor Ding a bit. Does chess help in solving those? Like in chess, something I should do if I want assistance in or coding based problem solving aside from debugging? Um, it's not exactly that there is something that can directly help you, or something regarding a. Oh, really? No, I no man. Like it's just I've never streamed in my life, guys. This is I'm just doing this so that uh, I get to talk to you people. I get We get to interact, and I would be streaming this even if it's just one person watching. Me and that one person will sit here and watch this whole game. That's all. I'll share proof, but that would take time. By the way, yeah, yeah, true. I get it. So your questions about chess connecting to other stuff is very relevant. chess is very much connected to a lot of things that you guys do out there, and it can really really help you guys because I can't say specifically do this so that it helps you in this one or this for that, but in general, being a decent chess player or understanding chess is going to improve the way you see life and the way you do your things in life. That's how easily I can put it. Yeah. And I hope you guys also get that. That's the easiest way. You learn chess, guys. Don't, even if you don't become a, like, what do you say, top grandmaster, you don't become a top chess player, nothing. Trust me, you learn chess, you understand chess, it is going to really be helpful in your whole life. And I don't know if it's just my case, but it's been for me. So that's just my take on it. uh, Prodigies in chess, yeah. That is not the case actually, guys. Like, do you guys know this player called Sam Shackland from USA? I don't know if I'm correct, but I know something about him though. I don't know if you guys know Sam, right? If you guys know Sam Shackland from the US team, he has played for the US Olympiad team in the popular Chennai Olympiad and stuff, I guess. Uh, yeah, he's a very popular player. He's a 2700 plus player from US. He's been part of the US team in the Chennai Olympiad that happened in India, and I think he started while he was close to his, like, I don't know, very late, I guess. That's somewhere I've read about that. You guys can double check it, but he started very late and he did still manage to get there, right? So uh, it's not just that top chess is for everyone. It's like you can all get there, but you need to have a plan about it. You need to see how you're gonna take chess because nowadays there is a lot of other space here. You have a lot of space in chess, I think. But yeah. Anyways, coming back to the game, guys, King F8 played. We just can't go ahead without seeing what Gukesh has in store here. It could be something like Knight F1. It could be A4 here. It could be B3. I still feel B3 is an option, but the computers might hate me because what, you know why they hate me? Because they're asking the question that your rook is not on A1 anymore. Then why the hell are you playing B3? Right? Anyways, me, not too early, not too late, in between. Like, anyways, not until I was like, uh, I'm sure not too early. Not like the guys who are like rated 3 years right now and 5, 6, no, not in 5, 6, 8 and all. I've not even started 10 and all, not even started chess. So yeah. So before now, right? Before now, again, I think Infinity before immediately, like, uh, there's two ways to play b4 now. One thing is anytime I can play this move a5. A5 is always possible. I see what you're trying to do. You think a3 is possible right now? Okay, sorry, my bad. I just dropped a misclick here. Takes. Rook a3 can come in. You see this? This weakness. So whenever you're pushing your pawns, guys, always try to understand what is the weakness that you're creating with that. So when you play this move b4, immediately c3 is a weakness here. Forever, right? So that needs to be thought about as the pawn is not pinned. Yeah, I get it. So a5, you're thinking about this. I will take, and go rook a3 here and strike on this part of the board. And this rook is like really powerful here. You can't let him get in like that, can you? So that is what is happening here. So we go back here. And I think b3 is still an option. It does make a bit of sense here. I think it's Ding's move, right? Oh, Gukesh has made a move. G4. Oh wow, G4. That is a surprising move, guys. I really didn't expect G4 in this position. Isn't Ding just gonna put his knight on F4? And now you don't even have a pawn to kick you away. I think Gukesh was really bothered about G5 coming in. For example, you play a normal move, like let's say A4. G5 was very much a problem. Bishop G3 takes. I think Gukesh is not happy about this game playing with the double against the double bishop here, or something like that. It has to be. And now Ding has a very free game to play. So that's why he went g4, so that knight f4, and he can preserve the bishop with bishop g3. Could be the plan, right? Can he go here? I think he can. And Ding has two ways to play here, guys. One is he can go this way, or he can even go knight b6, knight, oops, not knight a4 immediately, bishop d7, and then knight a4, right? So that you hit on b2 and then you put pressure here. Yeah, this is a very important point here. Gukesh needs to be careful here because these are positions where he could actually slip the game away with g4, knight f4 happening now. I would be very surprised if Ding goes back. That's a very bad idea because you just let knight e5. And if Ding lets knight e5 happen, this is not good for him. But very logical move to go f4. I don't think there is nothing here. No need to even think about this, right? You can just go to f4 here. Uh, so Gukesh again letting go of that 30 minutes. Yeah, exactly, right? I hope it doesn't repeat. So Gukesh, yeah, leaving that 30 minutes off was a big decision. But I think it makes sense, right? King f8. What really confused him was g5 is coming, bishop g3, and I would just take it. So Gukesh doesn't want to face the double bishops. I know that a lot of people out there, you guys love the knights, right? The knight is one piece. Lot of I work with this one guy, and he's a very good player. He's a national champ stuff and all. But the fun thing was that he's very young. He was very young, and his problem was he doesn't like the knights, so he just trades off the knight for the bishop all the time, which is a problem, right? You start having a problem there because don't the knight is a tricky piece, guys, but the bishop is a very deadly piece too. It's according to the position that you have to trade it. It's not according to what you like and what you don't like. There was one of my friend, he once went and played against this top IM, and this guy was very good with his knights, the international master. So what happened is that he said that I'm gonna go today, I'm gonna trade off his knights. Then how is he gonna beat me? The guy just used his bishop and just crushed this guy. And my friend came back and said that, you know what? I also learned that he's good with his bishop too. So it's just the position, guys. You can't just yeah. Hey LMC. You don't like the F pawn? That's interesting. You should, like it's not a bad thing to have. G4 here, yeah, yeah. G4 was played. G4 is not something I really thought about. I can't ever use bishop. No one falls for my bishop mates. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How's your weekend? How's the day been? Like it's a nice Saturday here. And about Singapore being the venue, I think this is a great place to play chess. Singapore is a nice place. It's a busy place. I have personally been there for a certain amount of time in my life, more than a year maybe or so. It was exciting. It exciting in the sense it's an interesting place. It's a very small space. They're a very well, what do you say, managed or planned country. So great place for chess to grow. I'm sure the in Asia, Singapore will be like good. Not quite good. Oh, I hope it gets better, man. I really do. So that's what's happening, chat. G4 being played. I think Ding is just double checking knight f4. There is no way Ding can play knight f6 here. No way at all. Someone with his understanding about chess positions would not go knight f6 because knight e5 is just really bad for him, isn't it? Because again, the same problem stays, guys, because you can't move this knight because this will be taken. For example, you move this here. Now you see, like, there's a lot of options, including bishop takes f6 that can be possible. Not immediately. I will lose my pawn if I do that immediately. I can just play h3, save this, and then take it. So I don't think that's even an option, right? Yeah, knight f4. Yeah, and it's actually, you know what, man? It's not k. The knight is denoted by n. Like that's a funny logic, right? In chess, it's because k is already given to someone very important in chess. Who is that? Is I'm sure you know who's that. Who K was already given to, and it's actually NF4. So I was surprised about KF4, but yeah, three. No, 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 no. It's not because of that. Sometimes, sometimes you get it wrong because in your mind you basically know that the night starts with the letter K, right? It's like in your vocabulary, it's just K. So by mistake, it might just have. Yeah, I know that. Just letting you know. But anyways, guys, G4 being played. I'm sure Knight F4 is coming. Yeah. So that is good. To be honest, I have no clue about notations. Notations, you have to know it because that helps you learn chess better, right? It's something that really helps you learn read chess books better and stuff like that. But yeah, I will just get myself something to drink here. So this is actually quite interesting, guys. I don't know why Ding sometimes takes time for positions or moves that could be very obvious for him to play. Uh, I'm not okay. He did play. I think he heard me. He's like, "What did you just say?" And he just I play online mostly, and let me just read what you guys have to say. Oh, my cam. Ding is like, okay, let's waste another 10 more minutes and play the night. Yeah, exactly right. Ding really puts himself under time pressure. I play online mostly, and regardless these days, too much study pressure because yeah, I understand. Yeah. that's that's a good one, man. Bro is having 300 plus ping. His yeah, ding. That's really nice. Good one. So yeah, that's what's happening here on the board, guys. Ding Liren has played knight to f4. Uh, Gukesh has to find a way. I think Gukesh straightforward way is just to go back with the bishop, right? Just put the bishop back here. Put yourself in this position. Like give him some pressure here, and this is all good. Yep. And you know what, guys? One more thing that I feel that is actually a big part of this tournament is that after game number one, when Gukesh had lost that game, from game two onwards, there were huge amount of people tuning in. Like I'm just not saying in my case. My case, it's kind of similar, but yeah. So you know what I feel? I feel the audience or the people who are just watching just like that, they like to see it when someone is under pressure. They like to watch games when someone's pushing for it. That makes sense, right? When Gukesh was down a point, he was pushing, he was trying in game 3 and also made a lot of sense. Yeah, see you soon, man. You take care. This game's look, it's not like that. The French advance is kind of like that. LMC, the French advance is definitely a, what do you say, it is a it is a position. It gives you positions that looks very normal, as if two very normal people are playing it, like at any level. Because French, there's no big deal in it to think about, right? You trade, you see that you trade each other, develop both your knights, develop the bishops, try to Bing at least try to hit in the center here, c4. And what is both of them doing? Just developing their pieces, trading the queens. Nothing special here. So if I just go all the way, you see that. But now it's getting better because Ding has just improved his position with knight h5 and knight to f4. What is a bit critical here would be bishop g3 would be interesting. But I'm just looking, what if Gukesh plays anything other than bishop g3, like knight f1 maybe? What does that give? So g5 would happen for sure, attacking you here. You know what? Again, I'm not I'm not boasting about a player who's like already very good. I'm just saying that these kind of positions, if you make Magnus play this, he is the one who can actually grind these games out. He can find ideas in these positions where he can put pressure on all sides of the board. You would have seen him do that multiple times, right? So this is something of a Magnus kind of a position where the bishop, this knight on f4, bishop on d6 kind of stuff. Magnus would really make himself like push these kind of situations, like push you to the wall and make you find your way out of it. But yeah, Gukesh is spending his time. He is spending his good amount of time here trying to find out what could be done. So there you go, guys. It is game number 5 of the FIDE World Championship. A crucial weekend game for Gukesh with the white pieces, because tomorrow he will be facing the black again, and Ding will be coming up with something that takes him to unknown territories. Both of the players are having similar time controls, 1 hour each. We have reached move number 18. I think Gukesh has played bishop g3, and Ding has immediately played knight b6. So this is looking good for Ding actually. Ding understands the position better now. Ding really knows what needs to be done here. Um, I don't know what's he immediately gonna do. He's hitting on g4 right now. I think his opponent, like Gukesh, I don't know what is Gukesh gonna do here. Is he gonna play uh, h3? Not possible, right? Oops, sorry. Knight takes h3. So the question here is, how do you save this g4 pawn? You push g5, but then takes, and a bit of two weak pawns on h2 and f2, right? Yeah, true, right? Isn't it? High amount of precision by Ding, man. Can you guys believe that Ding is still playing this game after move number 18? His accuracy level is still 99.6. That is crazy. That's like crazy Ding right now. Gugesh is also not behind. He's at 98, but Ding is like, I take time and I make the world's best moves out there. Yeah. So the guy, he knows what is he doing, guys. Like Ding is very clear what is he doing. So this is good. He takes time, he finds the best moves, he puts it on the board. So the world champion having good control over this game today. Game number 5. Are we going to see a third decisive game on the odd number of games? Like we have had a decisive game on game number 1. We have had a decisive game in game number 3. And are we going to see a decisive game in game number 5? That is a key thing to think about. So Gukesh put under pressure to think here. While Gukesh thinks, let me also think what's happening. Okay, guys, I think we have reached 20 people who have liked the stream. That is nice. I would love to see it at 25 if you haven't. And if you have, don't check it again by clicking 2 times and we might lose it, right? So it is the world champion who's in control at the moment. Finally, Gukesh has reached to 1 hour. So both of them have 1 hour left to make the rest of 22 moves that has to be made. We are at move number 18, the FIDE World Chess Championship. Ding Liren versus Gukesh. Gukesh goes for the French exchange variation today, and he is trying to make a difference here today. So you guys wait for what Gukesh has to play next. If you could change one chess rule, what would that be? Ah, I don't know. I think what would that be? Chess rule, is it? Um, I don't know. Maybe I might change the power of the king. Maybe I might change the king's, because you know what? I haven't seen something as equally created like chess. Like chess is a game, or anything you call it, a sport game, anything. It's created with the most high amount of precision, because every single piece is made in a way that it's good at some point or the other. So I don't know how would I change it, you know. So, anyways, I might change something outside the game. I might change something um, other than the rules inside it. I think as of now, the rules looks good. It's nothing. I don't know. Like, oh yeah, if uh, if I would change something, you know what I would change, guys? I would change chess into. This is something I've always thought for a long time. I would change chess into a team event. I would promote team chess much more than individual chess, because I feel the amount of things that a team chess championship gives is so nice. Yeah, because there is a lot of things on the line in a team chess event. Even if you lose, your team can save it. Even if they lose, you can save it. So there is a lot of interesting stuff there. I think chess has to be the team chess point of view has to be promoted a lot. It is something very exciting for chess. That is something that can give everybody an equal chance. Imagine a team chess championship with four people in a team. Imagine one person has to be below 2000, one has to be below 1500, then you can have a grandmaster, and you make a team like that, just like how you see the other sports and stuff. And it will be very exciting because everybody gets equal chances there. Yeah, yeah, right. That's something I've always thought about. If I have a chance, if I come to the top of chess to make a decision, team chess is the thing that's gonna come out. Uh, of course, this will happen, but I think team chess is so good. There's a spirit that comes together for people. Like you start becoming one, like 4 to 5 people. They have to work together and get this done, right? Yeah, I follow all kinds of sports, man. I follow all kinds of sports. I love sports. I just really love all of them. But coming back to the game now, guys, G5 being played by Gukesh, he finds the only way actually to save this pawn. I don't think there was any other way to even save it, right? So G5 immediately being played. I think Ding won't take time to take it back. Knight would take it, and then this is the question for Gukesh. Would these two isolated pawns matter? I think something like Bishop G4 is possible here. Bring your bishop in, and then get your rook in. If you want to draw, I think Ding has already got the position. Like he's very clear, but don't play rook e8 and then go for knight at rook e8 immediately, because for example, guys, I play a4, you play rook e8, you're lost because it's a mate in three. Can you guys spot it? It's knight at seven check, king here, rook takes, bishop here, mate. Right. So don't get excited about trading pieces, right? G5 wrong one. It's not basically a wrong one. It's the only move here. Takes. Uh, it's not bad for him. It's a very decent position again for both players. This is still equal, guys. Nobody has a very winning advantage or anything. This looks quite equal. I don't see anything. I have sent you a challenge, but remember you don't have to accept it or answer it if you don't mind. I'm cool. Oh, that's cool, Kushagra. Like we'll do it one day, because I was thinking of creating an account and playing with everyone. I thought I will play with the one, like maybe the account that I have already, but then I don't know how much it would excite you guys. So I thought maybe I'll just create an account, go to the lowest point of elo, and then start playing and speed run from there, right? As just to see how far I can just go from there and take you guys through those games. Like I might win, I might lose to 500 guys, maybe 700,000s, 2000s, I don't know. But I would like to take that journey through. Like we can play, chat, try to understand what happened, or I could just start playing it against people who are already at a high level of chess. So I don't know what will be more exciting. I would love to play some bullet chess and stuff and all. So What would happen if king h7, knight f7 check? Not really. So what I was saying is that, man, is that if you play this move and imagine Gukesh plays something like a4, you can't immediately go for a trade here. Don't think he's gonna go for a trade. That's a blunder because this check and this is checkmate coming up, right? But knight h7 check won't happen immediately. You can't give this random check because if you do it immediately, just think about it. King g8 and you go back. You gain nothing out of that check. You get me? And I don't know now. What does he do is something a big question. Does he go here? Does he? I don't know. Not very clear. But I think knight g5. Ding is just getting ready to develop this bishop. He has to get this bishop out, and Gukesh will be finding his way here. Knight f1, knight e3. I think this still is equal until there is a big inaccuracy by someone. So all you guys who are watching, if you have any questions to me, you can ask me because we are watching this together, right? If you're new here, it is the World Championship game number 5 live from Singapore. D. Gukesh is playing against the world champion Ding Liren from China. And the scores are equal, two apiece. Both players have 2 points here. And and let's see where this takes us. So you guys keep watching. I'll take a small break and I will be back very soon. Is there anyone else from China you excited about? Yes, there is. I'm pretty sure there is this player. He's very popular. His name is Wei, Weiyis. Wei. That's the player. He's very strong. Wei is someone you can look out for. I think he even has potential to be a challenger, like World Championship stuff. Like there were some of his games that blew the internet back at the time he started. He just played some crazy chess. Then he took break actually, and he went to do some of his studies stuff, and then he came back and beat everyone else again. So that's interesting. Yeah, yeah, true. Like I've thought about creating the YouTube, like what do you say, long content, but then what I see is that I don't know if people have time for it nowadays. So that's why I thought of streaming and stuff and make the 1 minute videos that I do. A lot of these 1 minute stuff that I like to do so that I just save a lot of your time. And if you get anything out of it, good for us, right? But definitely, I will go on to make longer videos and um, I will also be traveling at a point where I will take you guys through the journey of chess in that point. It will be great. It will be an amazing time. So that's basically why I even started streaming because I thought that's the easiest way to take you through the journey. Like some IRL stuff that we can put up together and you can see chess and you can see the culture of chess maybe all across the world. By the way, I love the way you make your YouTube shorts. Yeah. I just wanted it to be a bit different, that's all. Nothing nothing special. Just but it's I wouldn't recommend it, man. Like it's hard work. Just that it's just the urge to do something fun. That's all. Anyways, guys, you have a good watch here. I will be back in a few minutes. So just need a stretch here because this has been a long game. 19 moves played. It is okay. H takes g5 is considered a great move. I don't know why. It's a very logical move, right? To take it. Computers like it. I don't know. Or chess.com like it. I am not very clear. But after H takes g5, you should match up against us so we can't find out who is the best of the best. Yeah, 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 true, right? We'll do all that, guys. We'll have some fun streams after the World Championship. I thought maybe we can do it during the World Championship rest days and all, but I think that might be just too much, right? Too much burnout. Anyways, we are streaming all the games and stuff, and in between live streams, I'll just fix few things that I have to fix in the space that I am right now, and then we can have some chilled out streams for a like we can play games, we can try to have fun stuff, right? So, anyways, guys, I will be back soon. You guys keep watching. And Ding Liren made a move. Ding said, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Where are you going, man? I just played Bishop D7." That is interesting that Ding went for bishop d7. He didn't want to go bishop g4 to a more active square. Uh, what makes sense maybe. Like I think what Ding is thinking, I don't know what Ding is thinking. Maybe knight a4, attack b2, and if he takes, get the what do you say? Get the bishop, and if he doesn't take, like maybe he's also stopping a4 immediately, right? A4 a5 that kicks the knight away. He's stopping that too. So that is another plan, and maybe knight a4 is a plan, and definitely rook e8 could also be a plan now because knight h7 doesn't work, guys. For example, he goes here or something, and I go rook e8. Now it's not a problem because you don't have this move. I can just play this, and now this is not a problem because the bishop is here. And the knight has to retreat. Even this is equal, right? So we're slowly going down to an equal position here again today. I don't know how exciting would this game be now, but nonetheless, looks good. It is Gukesh to play. 55 minutes, close to 55 for both. And let's see who comes out on top here. So I'll catch you guys up in a minute.
There's something in my chest that I can't hide. When feelings get involved, I'm terrified. 'Cause I've been here before and said goodbye. Oh, are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find? Oh, how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times? For you, I give it one more try. Turn away and wrestle with my doubts. Oh, I leave them all behind, but don't know how. Bury my head deep within the crowd, but I'm reaching for your hand to pull me out. Oh, are you the one when I try to look, I wish I'd find? Oh, how can I love when I've been hurt 100 times?
Okay, guys, we are back, and I am just really surprised actually. This position, to be honest, guys, looks bad for Gukesh. This is really looking bad. What just so while before I left this, this is where we were, right? I think what was happening was pawn takes g5. I'm just trying to get the chat up so that I can see what you guys are saying about this. So can someone tell me what just Gukesh just did? This would be an unbelievable loss if Gukesh goes down in this game, man. I think it would be not just an it's an unwanted loss actually for Gukesh. Something that should have never happened. So coming back to the game, guys, let's get to see what just happened. I'm just trying my best to remove this thing. Back soon is gone. I'm back, and we go here. Yep, there you go. And this is where we left. Pawn takes on g5, right? Then what happened is Gukesh took it. Bishop d7 was played. I thought this is dead equal in this position. It was. And Gukesh just went back with the knight. I really don't know if this was needed to go back immediately. Maybe what's his plan? To go knight e5 here? Very surprising move here. But Ding immediately said that okay, Gukesh, let's trade more pieces. Right? Ding is giving Gukesh all the chance in the world to equalize or just have a draw here. But then Gukesh decided, I'll go knight e5. No problem. Ding said, I'm gonna take it off. If you take with the rook, we can trade and we can slowly settle this game into a draw. Right? But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he took it with the pawn. This is a mistake here. This is considered a mistake. Can't Gukesh trade the bishop for knight, make doubled pawns footing? I'm just getting there, man. Like, after you take it, uh, I don't understand this plan here, taking with the pawn. Ding just immediately went for the moon knight d3. He can take it, LMC. That's a good question, right? Why can't he just take here, take back, and why is this not, isn't this okay? This is kind of okay, but this knight is now coming to the square on c4 here. And that is immense pressure now. And you can't go rook e3, kind of. You can't try to get this pawn because bishop f5. If Gukesh is going to lose this game, it's going to be because of this pawn sitting on d3. All the counterplay on that pawn. He can go knight c4 coming up next move. Because you can't take the knight. Takes, and look at those two pawns on c4 and d3. Along with which, he has to also support this e5 pawn. And if he goes f4, that's a bit too much here. And now knight comes. I thought knight c4 is good here. I think it's all good. Even a better one is knight a4. So this is a lot of weakness, guys. This is all positions of white will damage, and the d pawn will be a monster. This is a problem. This is a problem. I really don't get why Gukesh went for d takes e5. I would like easily just be taking with the rook. I know Gukesh, what is he trying to? He was trying to press in this position. He has the white pieces. So somewhere in the back of his mind, he might be thinking, I need to press. Or he must be a bit confused after knight e2 check, king f1. He thought this is just a draw here, right? Takes, bishop takes, and I don't know, just get your knight somewhere. This knight seemed a bit trap actually. Here, a3. Um, maybe stuff like that. But then knight a4. Okay, that's a crazy variation. We don't want to go there. But d takes e5 seems to be the point of difference this time. And Gukesh in trouble, guys. Gukesh in trouble. He needs to find his way out of this problem because the world champion has immediately got hold of the position with knight d3. Ding says this is what I want to do now. This is what is my plan. Now light square bishop of Gukesh is inactive. Yeah, and this knight is a monstrous knight. You can't have a knight sitting like this on the sixth or the third or the sixth rank, right? And I don't know because you know what's the best move here for Gukesh is to go rook b1. That immediately shows how bad is this position for him. Being forced to play a move like rook b1 here and he just loses a pawn. This is bad, guys. Gukesh has just given the world champion his chance to be back in this game and take this game home. This is some serious error that happened from Gukesh, I guess. He will be really, really mad at himself when he sees that he took with this pawn, which was not good. I think he maybe he just overlooked this move knight d3 because now right now the b2 pawn is in trouble. Let's imagine you just try b3, right, and then your rook is gone. Sorry, you can't do that. Your rook is under attack. Who's gonna play b3 right now? So you have to move this rook and you have to save this pawn. So there's only two options. You can either take this knight on d3, or what you can do is you can even play rook to b1. Rook b1 seems very passive. He might be tempted to take the knight. C takes d4, and this is a monstrous pawn on what do you say, d3. I feel bad for Gukesh here. Like, he can't lose this game. It would be really sad for him. Not like that. Oops. This one. This pawn will be a threat for Gukesh throughout the game. I don't know what really happened. Did he? Maybe he just took Ding's position a bit too lightly here. Everybody did, to be honest, guys. Like, we took that break because we thought nothing's happening, right? Well, there was nothing special in that position. So uh, right now, this game has turned interesting out of nowhere. It is D Gukesh versus Ding Liren, and the world champion has got himself back in the game, and he's gonna put Gukesh under a lot of pressure. And Gukesh is burning his time now. Now all of a sudden he understands that I have missed something. The position is not looking good. It's very clearly visible for Gukesh that his position has gone bad, and he needs to find a way out to save this now. So what do you guys think? Are you gonna see Gukesh save this position, or would you would you like to see what happens here? So that is what is happening, guys. It is Gukesh versus Ding Liren, and the world champion has got this game. This would be so sad for Gukesh if he loses a point with the black white pieces again. So I think Gukesh has he made a move here. He has taken the knight, which is again not the best of the moves. The best move was actually rook b1, but that's okay. C takes d3. But still, guys, even though Ding has an advantage, you can't count this game out because of the opposite color bishop. Okay, so it's still there. If the knights or the rooks get traded off here, opposite color bishops tend to favor, I think, for a draw. But right now, at this point, it is Ding Liren who will press for this game, and we will have to see how is he going to do it. So Gukesh has a lot of things to stop here. Knight a4 is an option coming in. Bishop f5 could join in to help this pawn, and Ding could put all the pressure in the world on Gukesh right now. If Ding spots that there is a chance here, that's what he's going to try. Oh, f3. Uh, f3 is a hard move to make here. From a human point of view, I don't know. Maybe, of course, Gukesh can calculate himself out of it, but the question would be why f3? Is it to stop bishop g4 and bishop e2? Is that what f3 is trying to do? So you need to have a clear picture what is f3 doing. But slowly the game is going out of hand here. Knight a4 will happen. You attack this. You will have to be forced to go to rook b1. Again, you see what happens to this rook. It becomes passive. You can't push the pawn. c3 is always hanging. And now I think Ding f6 makes sense. He's going to open the file for the rook. This pawn is under attack. E takes f6. And here he can even ignore this and just play rook e2. This is an advantage you don't want to give. Bro, engine is drunk, it make moves which is yeah, it's a completely different story about the engines actually, guys. But uh some of the moves do make sense, but at this level, these guys can find it, guys. That's another thing. Gukesh, with the level of calculation skills he has, it won't be a surprise if he actually finds it. It's possible. I wouldn't count Gukesh out in finding anything. He has the skills to do that. He's a guy who can do it. And he plays f3. We were just saying that, right? He can find it. He can find it. He has the skills to do it. Yeah. I think maybe the idea was straightforward, guys. That's why he found it. Maybe the plan was just bishop here and here. Was that the plan? To just stop the bishop from just making the position even more passive for him. So maybe that's the reason. And plus f3 has more of other reasons. It just helps the king come out into this game. You see, it's just opening up a path for the king, right? Just makes the king walk straight into this for defense if you want at some point. So next, I think Ding will immediately put pressure on the b2 pawn. Knight a4 seems a straightforward plan here. I think it's like not a big task for Ding to think about it. Is he gonna go knight c4 though? That's another question that I have here. Is he gonna play knight c4? Because takes. This is crazy. This pawn on d3. But the whole problem here for what Gukesh can rely upon, guys, is that how about yeah, knight c4, right? But knight c4, knight into c4. You know what? In a real situation, in a over the board game, if it's not the computers playing, this pawn is really hard to play with. Or else you need to break it. But it doesn't happen, right? He can play rooks b5 if he wants and hold on to it. This is very hard practically to play, Peter. In a practical situation, this is not something I would prefer to play against. A pawn that is sitting on d3, protected pass pawn on d3. Not something I would want. But what Gukesh can still believe, and what all the fans around the world who supports Gukesh can think of, is that you see this bishop, right? It's opposite color bishops. And opposite color bishops can give very interesting drawing positions. Gukesh's rook is trapped on the back rank in this variation, and that is true. Yeah, exactly. Knight a4 or knight c4. That's just what Ding is thinking now. If you guys are wondering why what is Ding thinking, he's just thinking where should I put this knight? Both ways. I think knight a4 makes a lot of sense here because you're keeping the knights on the board. When it's opposite color bishops, you should try to keep more pieces on the board. And if you are trying for the win, that is. And now you're putting pressure on b2 and c3. He can't push randomly because this is just gone. So he will be forced to go rook b1. Look how passive is Ding's rook on b1. And then f6, and this game is on. This game is really on for Ding because you're gonna hit this pawn. He has to take you. Only move. I think, isn't it? Like, do you see any other move? There is some fun moves where you have to give up this pawn and then play. That is, I don't think that is humanly possible. It's very hard. So if he takes this now, guys, rook e2 comes in, and Ding Liren has got this game under huge control. Uh, Knight a4, bro. He said c4, yeah. Gukesh rook is trapped on the back rank. Yeah. So it's either knight a4 or c4, man. It's happening. So this is crazy right now. I never ever expected the French exchange to go against Gukesh. But that's the thing, and what Gukesh and the fans, everybody around the world needs to be scared about here is Ding being the kind of positional player he is. You give him such an interesting advantage, you give him such a it's like a risk-free game, right? There's nothing for Ding to lose here. He's never gonna lose this game. There's no way he could lose this game. Otherwise, he has to blunder a piece or something. So good for Ding in this game. The world champion. Is it time for the walnuts? That's the question. Is the walnuts coming soon? Is that what Ding is seeing here? He's taking his time at the perfect moment now. Can you explain the variation of Rishi knight a4 c4? Oh, you mean pawn c4? Oh, no. I think what he mentioned was either to go knight a4 or c4. I think he meant or by that slash, right? So that's what something he might be thinking about. But I don't think is thinking about white is gonna is it white playing? No, it's not possible, right? You would just take it. And then if you take it back, I think there's all kinds of stuff with rook c8 and rook c2. You can't let open up files like this. This rook is just waiting for an open file. He's like, give me that. Along with this pawn on b2, this d3, this is crazy. This is going all the way down. You can see the bar really really supports 1 second. Let me switch on. Let me just change my networks here. Pawn to e6 here? No, not right now, isn't it? Because it will be taken. So quite an interesting position, guys. And I think Ding played knight c4. Okay, quite a small inaccuracy if you ask me. Uh, I feel keeping the knights on the board was his best chance. But the whole point here is that, guys, like maybe Ding is betting on the fact that Gukesh will not trade this. It doesn't look good to do this, right? There seems something wrong. But knight a4, having this knight would have been great. Like, take, oops, sorry. Like here, f6. This would have been an amazing position. I really wonder why didn't play the best move. Oh, the engines think he should go knight c4? No, I think a4 is also good, right? A4 has to be very nice. But whatever he did, this position is definitely good for Ding Liren. And the only way for Gukesh to hold on to this position and to create any kind of play here is to play the move knight takes c4. He has to take this knight on c4. This is a must for him. And then the pawn just takes back. And look at this position now. Look at these two pawns on c4 and d3. This again will be a hard time for Gukesh. Like, I'm sure he will bring his king out. His king is the piece that can save him. But very hard game to play, man. This will be a struggle. Uh, so yeah, coming back to the position, guys, after knight c4 here, I think this looks good. Good for the world champion. Ding Liren putting all the pressure in the world on Gukesh. He is asking the challenger, "Are you can can you break my French? Can you beat the French?" Gukesh will have nightmares about the French if he loses this game, and he's never gonna play e4 in this tournament after this. Shows the extreme level of preparation Ding has come up with. The only move, I think, the only move to create some kind of play here for Gukesh is to trade the knights. But it's very counterintuitive to do this. It's not very like your intuition might tell you not to do this. Like takes. Like this is not something that you do all the time. Give your opponent a protected pass pawn on d3. I feel there's a chance Gukesh won't do it, and he did. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. He did. He did, and wow, Gukesh is playing best moves after best moves here. Good for him, man. Good for him. He knows he has made an error. He knows he has done something wrong. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Gukesh is just playing all the best moves in this position. Like he really knows he has made one error here, and he doesn't want to lose this game. While Ding will put all the pressure in the world, but trust me, guys, there is huge chances of making mistakes here because I've seen a lot of these Magnus kind of games where this might be the position, and then Magnus grinds this into a position where he forces you to blunder, and it's quite possible. Yeah, I think it's very true, right? I think this king has to join in somehow. The king has to be the person stopping this pawn from not going anywhere. But it's a very nice move, rook e4. Why rook e4, guys? Is because before the king comes in, you need to activate this rook. You need to create counter threats here. So Ding has few moves here. I don't think b5 is a great option, but it's still an option. Uh, or you could even just put the bishop here and just get this. And try b5, a5, b4. Because what is Ding's plan here is that he would love to create an open file for his rook somewhere here. He wants to create an open file, get his rook in somehow, get the rook to these second ranks. That's what he wants. So we will see what's coming up next. We will see where this game is going and what does the world champion have here. So, anyways, guys, I'm sure we are in for an exciting game. I thought this would be another quick game out there, but yeah, nonetheless, we will see how this thing goes here. It is the world champion sorry, it is the world champion Ding Liren versus Gukesh. Ding Liren has got Gukesh on the back foot, guys. Playing the French defense, Gukesh is under trouble. The challenger is under trouble. He needs to play some very accurate moves to take home the half point in this game. One thing that all the people supporting Gukesh can be happy about is that there is opposite color bishops on the board. So there is chance of draws, but since the rooks are also there, it's not over. Yeah, the plan is simple. Bishop e6, play b5, a5, b4, and try to get an open file on the a or the b file. That makes sense, right? So that your rook can get in through that file. Because white is not letting the black rook come into this game. So that is definitely what Gukesh is thinking here. I mean, Ding Liren is thinking. Uh, so maybe Ding would just improve this rook this way, try to like get it here. And I don't know, can we play b5 here? But then the king comes in, yeah? a5, king comes in again maybe, and then something like b4 at some point and get the rook in. So this will be an exciting game. I'm also looking forward to seeing what someone like a Magnus would think about this position. But so far, it is the World Championship on the line. Gukesh is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. That is true, right? If you think about the accuracy at which Ding has played this game, he has played this whole game, guys. Can you believe it? 99.1% accuracy. It is close to impossible to do that. And Ding says, nothing's impossible for me, right? He is absolutely ready for this game, and Gukesh has to reconsider his choice here. I'm like, this is hard. This is not easy. But let's see what Ding comes up here with. He's thinking he's on 37 minutes, and Gukesh. But I don't think in this game there will be any time issues here. Oh, Ding plays the bishop the other way. That is kind of confusing here, because again, guys, this is the difference between human chess, right? Because Ding is giving up this pawn. Like he says, take this. Can he take this? No, you can't. You know why? You're lost. Rook d8, and my pawn is a queen. What a trap. Ding says, that's my trap. You like my trap? Because Ding is like Australia before Cricket World Cup. That is a nice comparison. And all of a sudden, when it matters the most, Australians come out and just hit every ball out of the park, don't they? Yeah, exactly. Because this is a nice trap. You can't take this. What if he goes d4? I think this is his best option here. But then bishop takes this. He still cannot take this because of the move d2. And let's imagine king comes back. Uh, Bishop goes where? G4 maybe? Oh no, rook takes G4. Like, my bad. Can he go C6 maybe? But then the C4 pawn falls, right? If he goes H5, why won't the C4 pawn fall now? Because he'll play D2. Okay, that makes sense. So then what does he do here? King E3 maybe? And then B5, is B5 an option? It is. It is an option. So this is not easy, guys. Ding has to find that. Okay, so Gukesh has immediately played rook d4. Wow. That is some extreme accuracy. Gukesh has been playing great chess from the point he has made the blunder. From the point he took d takes e5, Gukesh has been playing some very solid chess. Like, he's not giving Ding any chance. He's not blundering at all. He's so accurate after that. But yeah, again, the pawn lost is a pawn lost. I think Ding will just pick it up and be very happy. So definitely the scare. Gukesh has been given the scare in this game. Even if he escapes out with a draw, he would have been scared about what he has done in this game. Because big opportunity for Ding. Even if Ding couldn't capitalize completely, it was a big chance for him. Okay, I'm just reading the chats that you guys have. Ding it is, interesting result and more excitement for the rest of the games. If he wins this and one more. Wow, if Ding wins this next game, Gukesh is in lot of pressure. Trust me, guys, lot of pressure. Yeah, the only way I think something that can be done here is for the king to come out. White's king has to come out to f2. Yeah, very straightforward stuff. He has to come out to f2. He just cannot waste any more time about it. But I don't think in this game time would be a big issue. What do you guys think? Is time trouble gonna creep in here? Which I really don't think actually, because uh, I see quite an equal situation here. I think bishop takes f3 is what is coming right now against Ding. Ding is just thinking about it. He's just gonna take this, or is he gonna play the interesting f3 here? Is that possible? Because you can't take it. Again, rook e2 comes in, and this is done. The moment the rook enters the game, this is over. So you can't let that happen. So you will have to play something like f4, and yeah, g5. Look at this here, guys. Yeah, Gukesh is finding some accurate defensive moves here, guys. He's really finding some good defenses here, which is good for him. Good for him. Otherwise, he's in trouble. This whole game would be in like crazy for him, and he would really regret what is happening. Right after all this that he has done, he doesn't want to throw this game away. Would you want to do that? Never. So D Gukesh, the world championship challenger, in a bit of concern here. He needs to find accurate stuff again. Like he needs to continue finding these best moves. Otherwise, the world champion will sneak away with a point here. Yeah, this is good. This is a good fun game that you guys are seeing. I hope you stay where you are and you watch this. Either you're gonna learn some masterful end games here, or you're gonna see some amazing defensive resources from Gukesh. Either way, for the audience and everybody who's watching, it's a win-win situation. Okay, Ding goes for it. Bishop takes f3 on the board. And I think King f2 played immediately. Gugesh said no need for any. Oh no, guys! Like Ding has thrown it. That is it. That is it. Ding never wanted to play this move, I guess. Okay, the game is back to equal. He has lost the very important c4 pawn. Okay, so now Gukesh can be a very happy guy. Hey, Hassan, thank you so much, man. I do appreciate that. So but here, right now, we are looking at the World Championship, and I will try my best to let you understand this end game that you see on the board right now. Yup. But anyways, guys, that's it. Ding has thrown away the advantage here because Bishop c6 is not the move here, and Gukesh takes the pawn, and with that, he has saved it because at this point, the best move was Bishop h5. You needed to keep the bishop there because he can't take it. You have d2 and you're winning. But uh, Ding did not do that. Ding played the move bishop to c6. That is a miss here. Now this clearly shows. Yeah, I feel bad for Ding too. Yeah, that's the thing, right? He got his chance, but he couldn't capitalize on it. Yeah, bishop to yeah. It's just like he lost his advantage completely. So the thing with Ding is that this is the major difference between someone like Ding and someone like Magnus. These are the kind of positions where if you throw this to Magnus, he will convert this. If Gukesh was facing some a world champion like Magnus right now, that's a point lost. Trust me. Whatever people might say, the point would have been lost here because Magnus will convert this. No questions asked. He loves to grind these positions. But now that's the difference, guys. That's why people like Gary Kasparov have already told about why he's not considering this as a big event since Magnus is not playing. Yeah, but I don't know what was Ding's plan when he found this. Oh, he played rook d8 here. Rook back to d4. Oh, this is over, guys. We are going home soon today. Okay, so is he actually giving the advantage back to Gukesh or something? It's very funny that any chess mastery courses for intermediate your courses. Oh, me not immediately, but I will be creating something, or I will be creating not a course, guys, because I don't trust too much on pre-recorded stuff. Uh, but I will be creating something soon through which you guys can interact with me live in the sense in person, and we can just get ahead from that. But I'm just trying to find out how to get it to you guys, what is the best ways and stuff. So we are working on that, and we will get there. Yeah. No, this version is gone. This is a draw now. Like this version is a dead draw because now there's nothing opposite color bishop, right? I think this game will be over any time now. It's just going into a draw. There's nothing to do here. But Ding had his chance today, guys. Ding had his chance, and trust me, I don't think we are going to see the French anymore. This is the last game that we will. I will use your endgame theories. Umbrella position is a serious. Oh, really? So let me see that. I'm just reading your comment. That do you know I used your endgame theory umbrella position in a serious district tournament? Oh, really? That is great. That is nice, Hassan. You should. If that helped you, that is amazing. Then I am really happy about it. So if you guys are wondering what Hassan is talking about, we create these videos on Instagram where it's a bit more popular than the struggle on YouTube that I have. So, uh, like Instagram picked it up quite easily, or maybe something like that. But yeah, it can save a lot of attacks from your phone. Yeah, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So, anyways, guys, that's what we are talking about here. But nonetheless, this game is going to end very soon, guys. And very sad that you should upload more shorts and some long. Yeah, exactly. YouTube is not easy. It is kind of easy for the shorts actually, but long, yeah, maybe. Or maybe you should stream, I guess. I think streaming makes it a bit more easier than all the editings and stuff that you need to do. It's much better. Yeah, so yeah. So we do quite a lot on Instagram though, but anyways. So what is actually Ding doing here? Ding has even managed to give up the D3 pawn. I don't know. Ding is down a pawn now. Oh, is he trying to create a fortress? Okay, maybe it's a draw. He's just making sure it's a draw. Uh, yeah, I've seen people do that, right? But maybe you guys can share it with people. You can share stuff, and as of now, we are just living upon what do you say, word of mouth, maybe. But anyways, guys, I'm super happy if the videos have helped anybody, just like what Hassan just told me right now in the chat. Uh, if it helps you guys, that's great. As I told you, I just want to give it back to you. I just want to give back what I have because chess has been a good thing for me. So I think this is just a dead draw, guys. Like king will come to f5, maybe. Isn't this possible? Or is Ding gonna lose this game? I don't think so. He can go this way too, or is he gonna go this way and stay here? I think this is better, right? King here, king c6, and this is just a draw. Opposite color bishops, you have no entry here. But I don't get this. I'm really surprised with the fact that Ding couldn't convert this whole thing. He found this very hard. Like he had the advantage, but he threw it away. But this is exactly as I was mentioning, guys. This is where we miss someone like a Magnus Carlsen. This is where Magnus would have really really put Gukesh under fire in this position. Not this one. This is a dead draw. Magnus, nobody, Stockfish. Yeah, the game's ended in a draw, guys. They've agreed to a draw. We have an easy or an early day today. But I would have loved to see a winning position. I would have loved to see a grind from ding which never happened. It's really really sad. It's really sad if you ask me that Ding couldn't convert this. I really thought he could do something. He had the chance. He let Gukesh off here. This could be a big let go. In a world championship scenario, you should make use of this. I think he threw something away a bit too early. Ding couldn't find ways into this. It's very surprising. I thought someone of Ding's positional understanding and all, he would create a lot more problems for Gukesh. But Ding is not in the mood to do that. He's in a mood to leave the board. He's in a mood to play the next game tomorrow on Sunday. Uh, or like he's in a mood to go and play the game on Sunday. That's what he's be looking for. So, anyways, Ding Liren versus Gukesh, game number 5, guys, ended in a draw. Ding playing the black pieces, played the French defense. It was a very interesting game if you guys want to see here. A quick recap would be that it was a very interesting opening with the French exchange variation, which is always very equal. They traded off. Oops, sorry for that. Uh, so, yeah, they traded off the pieces, everything came out, and then this is the position you have here. The knights came out, g5 was taken, and this is the point where Gukesh slowly lost track of the game. This e5, pawn takes e5 turned out to be a big error. Ding got his chance. He got everything correct, but then he just couldn't find the accurate moves here. Takes, and here Gukesh found some good defense here. Ding took the pawn, which was fine. But then what happened is king f2, bishop c6 was just agreeing to a draw. He should have gone bishop h5, keeping chances of this alive. But that never happened. I'm sorry again. My browser is a bit tired. That's what I feel. But anyways, guys, this is where the game went. And at the very end, they traded off stuff. And in an opposite color bishop endgame, the game was agreed to a draw. And that is what we have today. And that is what we have for today. And I hope I will see you guys soon. And you can keep the guesses, Amal. Like, let's keep it there for now. And I will see you all. I will see you all tomorrow for game number 6. Ding Liren coming up with the white pieces. Can he break Gukesh with the white pieces? So you all have a great Saturday. Have fun, guys. Go out, have some. Go to a restaurant or just go out with family, friends, your girlfriends, boyfriends, anybody you have with you, and then have a good time. I'll see you on Sunday. And until then, you take care. Bye, guys. See ya.